Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going on a super cool trip to the best cities in the world. We're going to explore what makes these cities so awesome, from busy streets to peaceful parks. We'll look at all sorts of things like how good the roads and hospitals are, how safe the city is, and all the fun things you can do there. Come with me as we discover the secrets of these amazing places where new ideas and old traditions mix together to make a really great place to live. Vienna is a city full of history, and it's always at the top of the list of best cities. It's easy to see why. The streets are like a history book, telling stories of emperors and famous musicians, but it's also a modern city with great hospitals, and it's super safe. There's so much to see and do, from the big Hofburg Palace to the fancy Vienna State Opera. Getting around is easy thanks to its awesome public transport. And if you need a break from the city, there are beautiful parks like the Prater. Vienna is a mix of old and new, city and nature, and it's a really special place. Oh, and don't forget the coffee. Vienna's coffee shops are famous, and they're the perfect place to relax and enjoy the city. Copenhagen is a city built by the sea, and it's all about being green and happy. Instead of cars, you'll see lots of bikes on the streets. The city is really clean, from the harbour to the parks. Everyone gets great healthcare, and it's a very safe place to live. People in Copenhagen know how to have fun too. They enjoy spending time with friends and family, especially in the summer. Copenhagen is a great example of how to make a city that's good for the planet and good for the people who live there. Way down under in Australia is Melbourne, a city full of young people and different cultures. You'll find amazing street art, cool cafes and unique shops. Melbourne loves its diversity, and you can see it in the food, the art and the people. Smart people come from all over to study at Melbourne's great universities. It's easy to get around the city, and Melbourne is famous for its sports. But the best thing about Melbourne is its energy. It's a city that feels alive, whether you're smelling the coffee or hearing kids playing in the park. Melbourne is a city where you can follow your dreams. Sydney is a beautiful city with a famous harbour and skyline. The Sydney Opera House is a symbol of Australia, and it's just one of the many amazing things to see. People in Sydney love being outside, whether it's surfing at Bondi Beach or hiking in the mountains. The hospitals are great and the schools are too, but the coolest thing about Sydney is how it mixes the city with nature. Even downtown you can smell the eucalyptus trees. Sydney is a city that makes you feel excited and inspired. Vancouver is a city between the mountains and the ocean. It's a beautiful place where big buildings meet amazing nature. Vancouver cares about the environment with lots of parks, bike paths and green buildings. The air is clean and the hospitals are excellent. There's lots to do, from art museums to trying new foods. But the best part of Vancouver is how close you are to nature. You can go hiking in the forest, kayaking or skiing, all really close to the city. Vancouver is a city that's good for your body and soul. Zurich is a city by a lake with snowy mountains in the background. It's a city where everything works really well. The streets are clean and the city is famous for its banks. But Zurich is more than just business. It has great museums, theatres and art. It's a green city with great public transport, and the air is clean. The hospitals are top-notch too. People in Zurich feel safe and happy. It's a city that runs smoothly, but it's also a great place to live. Calgary is a city near the Rocky Mountains, and it's all about adventure. It's a city that's growing fast with lots of new buildings. Calgary's economy is strong and the people are friendly. The hospitals are great and there are good universities too. But the best part of Calgary is how close it is to nature. You can go hiking in the Rockies, skiing or fishing, all just a short drive away. Calgary is a city where you can have the excitement of the city and the peace of nature. Geneva is a city by a beautiful lake, and it's a centre for world affairs. It's full of important buildings and people, but it's also a friendly city. Geneva has lots of parks and a high quality of life. The hospitals and schools are excellent. The city is also very green with good public transport and lots of parks. Geneva is a city that's important in the world, but it's also a great place to live. Toronto is a big city by Lake Ontario, and it's full of different cultures and experiences. The CN Tower is a famous landmark, and the city is full of energy. People from all over the world live in Toronto, and they speak lots of different languages. The food is amazing, with restaurants and street food from everywhere. The hospitals and schools are great, and there's lots of art and culture. Toronto is a city where everyone is welcome. It's a city where you can be yourself and follow your dreams. Osaka is a city in Japan that's full of energy and tradition. It's a mix of bright lights, tall buildings, and old temples. Osaka is famous for its street food like okonomiyaki and takoyaki. It's easy to get around on the great public transport system. The hospitals are excellent too. Even though it's a modern city, Osaka keeps its traditions alive. You can visit old temples or enjoy a traditional tea ceremony. Osaka is a city that respects its past and looks forward to the future. So, we've seen some of the best cities in the world. A great city isn't just about buildings and things to do, it's about the people. From Vienna to Osaka, each city is special. They show us how to make cities that are good for people and the planet. Thanks for coming along on this trip. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more exciting adventures. See you next time.